Hey, what's up YouTube? Mike here with another video. Wanted to talk to you guys today about recalls, callbacks, and just losses in general that you might take just being in the appliance repair industry. It's a Friday today. Just left my last job on a Samsung ice maker, not making ice, replaced the ice maker. To make a whole video about those fridges. But anyway, I had someone send me a message on Instagram about how do I about just recalls in general, and I told him, 30 days is my labor, 90 days for the parts. So he asked me, he said, all right, what if within the 30-day period they call back? He first said, you call back, you don't charge them anything, go back. I'm like, no, you shouldn't charge them anything to go back. You just got to go back, especially if it's the same or pertaining to the same issue, because he did ask me, what if it's a different issue if they call back within 30 days on the same appliance. Now I don't recharge any new labor, or let's just say, for instance, it's a stove and the left front burner went out. You diagnosed it, it's the burner itself, and then let's just say 2 weeks later she calls back and says, oh, the burner just stays on high. It works now, but it just stays on high. So okay, now we know that's a switch. Whatever you diagnose it to be. But let's just say it's the switch, and most likely it is. But let's just say it's the switch. And me personally, how I would handle that situation is, depending on how much the part was, let's just say if I'm making $20, $30 markup on the part, I might charge an extra 10, 20 bucks on that, maybe. If it's an older senior citizen, something like that, it's exceptions to everything. There's variables to everything. Then I might not. If it's someone fixed budget, I might not. I might just charge them the markup and just make the markup on that. Especially if it's within 30 days. That's what it might be. For me, I kind of look out for people that are paying out their pocket. Hey, I have to charge accordingly. And like I said, I always try to at least get a minimum of $100 per call. A minimum, I'm not gonna do minimum all the time, but it depends on the appliance. If it's old, if it's not that worth that much money, hey, sometimes I might take $85 or $95. It all depends. If it's a dryer and just needs a door switch, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna charge. The door switch is gonna be retail price, maybe 30 bucks. Let's just say you charge your service call and labor. Hey, you're paying for the expertise, but if you're charging them, hey, $150, $140 for that type of call, nothing wrong with that. It all depends. Now, you have to charge accordingly to what you're doing out here. As far as, you have your business, you have to run, parts you have to pay for. Now, I get a lot of work, warranty as well, because I do numerous warranty companies, so that keeps me in the rotation. But outside, like the Samsung ice maker that I just replaced, she was a warranty customer, but this was for her other property, and she just liked my work, so she called me. So they paid out of pocket for that. Now, that ice maker that I installed, that total job, I want to say, I ended up making probably 120 something with the labor and everything, 125, let's just say that. So I'm just trying to give people an idea of what you might make, and that's one job today. I have 7. So not that I'm doing all COD work, but I'm doing some warranty as well. So you gotta know how you're gonna attack this industry once you get into it. Are you either you're gonna do warranty, or you're gonna just straight to direct sales and just do advertising and paying for that to get COD calls? Because I'm telling you, it's tough out here when you have, especially in my area, I have a lot of companies out here, and you have to set yourself aside. And I think me doing a couple years just doing warranty work, handing out cards, I've built up my COD. People call me every so often, hey, I got this person refers you to this person. There's always somebody that's referring somebody to somebody. Back to the main content though, losses too, meaning where I had a call where I got paid through the warranty company, but it wasn't the exact part that it was. And for instance, I pretty much had to get another part that was kind of like, let's just say $5 more than what the other part was. Not a big loss, but I'm not going to go through the whole motions of waiting another 30 days to get paid just to have to resubmit a claim. I'm not going to do. I'll take that $5 loss just for the different part that I initially authorized it for. Losses as far as meaning, I don't have too much like I used to when I first started. And when I first started, I was with a company anyway. But for instance, say you misdiagnose something. You charge somebody for the part and it's not that part. You have to refund them that part. Or, charge for the other part, which it might be a cheaper part. Who knows what it might be. But there's always, in some cases, where you're not going to get the full amount of what you expect the job to be. Sometimes it works out where you're making less, and you just gotta suck it up and do it. There's times where in my mind I'm like, man, I don't want to go back to that job. I'm not gonna make any money. But just for the customer's sake, and it's your company, you gotta make sure you do what you gotta do. Sometimes you're gonna take losses. That's just how it goes. Making sure you stand behind your warranty is a big thing too. Some guys I know, they don't go back within 30 days. People call. I don't know how a customer can call you and not get you. I mean, I guess I have a business line. People call, they get my office girl, the office manager. She's told me not to stop. This is my office manager. So, they call, they get her. They're always going to get somebody. You're not going to call and not get anybody. That's the thing. I try to stress that to people. When you're running your business and it's you picking up the calls, set it up to where the voicemail says, hey, I'm on a call right now. I'll call you back in 5-10 minutes or whatever the case may be. Or say, hey, can you text me? Something to where you don't miss or lose calls. Because I can say I was missing calls when I'm trying to do the work and pick up phones at the same time. Because, how can you focus solely on doing a good job if you always have to pick up the phone? It's possible. I've done it. But it just cuts out the time in the day that you have where you can be efficient to do more calls. That's pretty much it. That's all I can say when it comes to that. But recalls, another thing too when it comes to that is that if it's a different issue and within the 30 days, and like I said, it's up to you guys to know how far you traveled, how much you have a policy of charging people. I have a customer, February 27th is when I went out there. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys to do this because I've been burned before plenty of times trying to help people out temporarily, quote unquote. Getting them going until I can get the part order to get back. Because 9 times out of 10, sometimes those people will just leave it like that and not call back. So for instance, I had a lady that called. I ran the call the 27th. She had a no cool issue in the fridge section. So there was a damper door issue, not opening and closing properly. So pretty much when I got there, I kind of left it stuck open a little so she can get cool air into the fridge section, which I knew eventually is going to cause where it's going to put too much air and it's going to get cold in there. So I told her, temporary fix, and they were going out of town or something. She waits until I think 3 days ago, calls back. So yeah, we can order the part, but instead now it being just the part and the markup within the 30 days, now she has to pay a whole nother service charge. I'm not going to add any extra labor, but hey, it's outside of the 30 days. You have to pay another service charge for me to go out there. That's the name of the game. You can't be friends with everybody. She understands, and she has to pay for the part as well and the markup. So a lot of times situations happen like that, where I don't want to say you're winning, but the negligence of a customer causes you to make more money. It wasn't my fault, she did text me maybe a month after sale. Everything seems to be okay. Some days it's a little cooler, but it seems to be fine. And then she calls the other day saying that, oh, my daughter's yogurt is getting frozen. So obviously you need the part. When I first initially went out there, I did charge her a service charge, and I charged her, I think, $10-$20 just for labor, just to taking things apart, because it was a little issue, not say a little issue, but little time taking things apart. So you gotta take account of that too. Sometimes I just charge a service call when I'm diagnosing, but if I have to take things apart extensively, you're gonna get $10-$20 charge. That's how that goes. I mean, it goes toward the total labor when I come back to change the part. Now the part, like I say, I tried to include the part markup into my total job. So that total job, I probably would have been making like $110, $120. But I don't try to go for the gusto of people, especially. I'd rather have more calls coming in, more quality calls coming in with quality customers, than to have fewer calls, with customers that are paying, repairs. Because, the more you get exposure, the more you get out there, the more people know you do. Just meeting you as a type of person, he's a nice guy, or you'll get more work. That's just in my mind. Everybody does things differently. I don't pay for advertising. Everything is just all whatever I can do on the internet, and that's free. Like I have a Yelp account, but it's free. I have Google. I don't pay for any AdWords, anything like that. Craigslist, anything that you can do without charging. Because like I said, my advertising is pretty much through warranty companies. That's how I get my advertisement as far as exposure. Because like I said, I can't tell you how many times it happens every day where people say, can I just go directly through you and not the warranty company? And I have to tell them sometimes, my service charge is more than your deductible, or if they don't pay a deductible, I'm like, then whatever you're paying. So you can do that. That's up to you. But as far as outside, that's only for home warranties. Because I want to say the retail warranties, like I do Home Depot, and I don't know if you guys know Warrantech. I do a couple, so I'm not afraid to say what I do, because it's not an easy tax to say. I don't want to say easy tax. You can sign up as long as you have all the proper credentials. It's just the time to do it, the paperwork to do it. It's like you have to. It's exhausting. Even dealing with say like Sears Live. They're a different company now, and just dealing with them is just exhausting. So you have to pick and choose what kind of work you do, who you do it for, standing behind the warranty. Because any work that you do for any company, you still have to stand behind your warranty. You're going and fixing things. So it's been plenty of times there's been days where I'm going to 3-4 jobs and I'm not getting paid for those jobs. I'm just making sure I go back and take care of any loose ends, or if something's not right, or whatever the case may be. It happens like that sometimes. So you can consider that as a loss as well in a day, for your daily loss. Everybody has a quota to meet. To me, my quota per day is $300 minimum. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a big overhead. Just got this van. I have parts accounts, but that's just the minimum for me daily, which I'm constantly going way above that. That's, some days it might be that though. There's been days, I want to say not this year, but last year when I made $100 that day, or $200 that day. So it all depends. I want to stress the fact that, there's a lot of stuff training online or on YouTube. You can look up. Like I said, I'm still watching videos daily that I can find where I'm in the van here and I have, my phone playing videos, and I'm listening to Master Samurai. I'm listening to my fellow YouTubers that, have their own businesses. I listen to those things, anything I didn't pick up, because there's things you can learn from anybody on here. I'm not going to be the one to know it all. I'm just putting my 2 cents in to let you know how it goes, you know. And any information that I don't see, I'm gonna try to put up. Now I have put up information, you know, comparing with other people, but I feel like, you know, they might have missed 1 or 2 things, and I'm just putting it in there. So yeah, you got to go back on your recalls. If you have a 30-day labor, 90-day warranty, make sure you honor those things for people, because that's going to make your business excel. You'll be surprised how many people don't honor those. There's a lot of companies that don't honor that. Now the bigger ones, I'm pretty sure they do, but there's some small guys like, say, me, that don't do that and think they can just make it out here or stay in business that long and not honoring these things. So, and there's been times, like I said, I've taken losses. You know, I did a dishwasher the other day, and I put the control board on there. I think you guys might have watched that video. That lady, like I said, it's through warranty, and I just took that loss. Like I said, it was a little more than $5-10 loss, but you know, it is what it is. But I'll have a customer for life. She's like, I'm canceling the warranty, and I'll just call you when there's any problems. I'd rather take the loss and have that any day, because they will have problems with something, and they will call you. You know, so make sure you do what you got to do out here. Make sure you just customer service in general. I keep saying I'm gonna do a video just on customer service, because I feel like that's lacking on here on YouTube. Customer service is a big deal. Even today I went to a job, lady's like, oh man, again, you know, your office girl is great. Like, your office lady's great. Like, I feel like just calling her and dealing with her is an experience, and then you coming here is just a great experience. I'm always gonna call you. And that lady, I pretty much got her whole family. I went to both her son's house and another rental property they had. So once you get out here and you're a personable person, people like you. Hey, I'm not the best or the nicest guy in the world, but I don't think I'm too bad. I'm fair with people. I haven't gotten upset with any customers. At the end of the day, I'll just laugh it off. I've been doing this 13 years. You know how many upset customers I've dealt with? You know, at the end of the day, there's other companies you can call if that's the issue. But main thing is, I want to just make it clear, like, you guys have to honor your warranty. Go back to the call. You know, make sure if somebody calls you back and just wants some information, call them back. You know, I've had calls where I just called people and told them things to do and didn't get that job. But I'm guarantee you they'll call me back, you know, next time. I get a lot of calls where I just go out to, but sometimes here and there I'll get calls where, you know, hey, all you got to do is reset this or unplug this, plug it back in, you know, something like that. I'll help people out over the phone. And time again, I've had calls come back to me where, hey, you helped me out before, I'm sticking with you. So there's little things, little tips and tricks I can do to use to implement in your business. Or if you're working for somebody, there's a lot of things you can implement. When I was working for somebody, people had my number directly sometimes and would call me back. And I would tell them, hey, you would have to call the company. But if I knew I was in that area the next day, okay, I'll make sure I get back to you tomorrow. And I'll just call the company, my boss, say, hey, I need to add this lady on for tomorrow because something, you know, you got to make sure you finish these jobs up. I tell people, the faster I can get the part is the faster I can finish the job and the faster I can get paid. I don't have people pay me up front for jobs. They usually pay me when I'm done. That's it. I mean, yeah, they'll pay the service charge up front, but parts and labor, they can pay me when I'm done. You know, that's pretty much it. You put your trust in people. Sometimes you can trust them. A lot of times you can't. It all depends on what area you're in and who you deal with. But that's pretty much it for this, guys. I made it longer than I wanted to. I'm kind of rambling, but I'm headed to my next call. It's a Samsung refrigerator, no cool. We'll see how that goes. Somebody put a comment on here to try to take a video of me diagnosing some things. I'll try to. Sometimes customers, you know, when I get into a house, I'm locked in. I'm in work mode. So it's like, I'll talk to the customer, we'll have a conversation while I'm working and diagnosis. So a lot of times I can even remember to take pictures of the things that I'm working on. I try to, but sometimes I just get caught up working. That's just how it is. You have to make customers feel comfortable in their own homes. That's my main priority. So I'm getting there, talking to them, making them feel comfortable. So I'll try to do that eventually. Sometimes customers don't like that kind of stuff in their house. You gotta just get with the right person and see how that goes. But I'm not gonna say every video. A lot of videos I stress it's not gonna be like I'm teaching appliance repair. It's just like I'm just talking about the ins and outs of doing other things within the appliance repair industry. So, all right, guys, you take it easy. Until the next one.